Hi, Bo here from High Tech Investment, and today's video is a bit of a rerun. It's a bit of a rerun that we have already shared previously. So in this particular video here for Yieldnodes, but in this one we also had the Sapp setup for Sapp staking and shared Masternoding. And because we now can see that Decenomy is actually on the move, introducing a lot of new coins. Things are definitely happening and changing in this particular world. We wanted to take part of this video out as a tutorial and add it now to our playlist. So this will be the second video out of most probably 3 that we are doing in order to make sure that people can find our material very easy and they can get going straight away. So have a look at the video, or obviously you can always go back and look at our Yieldnodes reviews. This is one and the same, but it will definitely give you a good idea of how you can do new investments on the staking side and also the shared masternoding. So enjoy the video and see you on the next one. So if you set yourself up here now with the Sapphire Wallet, then it should look something like this. At the moment, the picture that I currently have is covering a couple of icons, so I'll switch off in a second. But let's go through it. So the transaction itself is this particular one that we received 3,947 Sapps from Yieldnodes. And then we decided to basically split it. So we'll try the staking, which can be done here from the wallet. And the other part we sent to Masternoding to check which one works the best and where you get the highest profits. So that's what you can see on this particular one. What we did is you can basically send any of your Sapp. You just put in the address here, the amount, and if you want to have a text in here, then you send it off. So very, very simple. On the receiving side, you should have seen this on the last one. So this is your receiving address. So, so it works similar as to any other crypto parts. And there is also a section here where you can create your own Masternode controller and set it up through the wallet. This requires a bit more money than we currently have in there, so this has not been tested yet. So, but definitely it's something that we want to do in the future. So, but yeah, plenty of things to come for now. And let me switch off for a second, and we'll try and cover the staking part. So on the top of your screen, you'll find a bunch of icons here. So the first one will show you so that this wallet itself is fully synchronized. The next icon here will tell you that the staking is active. Here you'll have the amount of connections that are set up. So it means that there is you have to be online in order to use this wallet for staking at all times. Here will tell you that the wallet has been set up for the staking, so it's unlocked for staking. And when you start off here, you can basically set a password in here also, which I obviously suggest you do. And then you can just unlock this one, and then you put it on for staking and it'll go. But there's a little question mark up here. So if we have a look at it, it'll tell you first of all what is Sapphire. So and it will also tell you why you cannot use them in the beginning, and it has something again to do with the confirmations that this network needs to have at all times, so that you will need to have minimum 6 confirmations, and every confirmation takes a minute, so yeah, 6 minutes. So how do you stake the Sapp? First of all, you make sure that it's completely synchronized, which was the first icon you saw, and you are using the latest, so release. You must have a balance of Sapphire with a minimum of 600 confirmations, and I'll show you what the 600 confirmations mean and where you can find it right after. Your wallet must stay online and be unlocked for staking purposes, similar to what you just saw I go through now. Once all those steps are followed, staking should be enabled, and so be it. And you should see the status of the staking in the wallet. So, and this is basically what we've gone through. So in order to see the confirmation itself that we're talking about, the 600 confirmations, that means that once your wallet has been, you can see here, this is a bit hard to see, it's very small, it says 11,000 now. So, and every single time you have a change in the wallet here, so you can stop the video maybe and zoom in here. That means that when we transfer this particular money here over to our Masternoding, it will take roughly 600 confirmations or 600 minutes, which is the same as 10 hours. Then the staking will commence again. So you got to be a bit patient. The next part, as you most probably noticed, that I haven't received any rewards yet in this wallet, and obviously I had to go through a bit of the support, and in this particular case it was the Telegram support that I've used. The name of that one in there is Captain, and I also had a quick discussion with the CEO Steve of Yieldnodes, because obviously we've been online now for basically a week as this video is being shot, and we still haven't seen anything there. We've been told that this is actually correct, but because of the lower amount, it will take some time. So, and I will try and explain that as I've been told here. So I understand that Steve has told me he has considerable more than what I have here, and he's receiving rewards on a daily basis. So obviously we're looking forward to that too. But let me take you to a different page for a second and just show you also what we've been told through the supporting app. So this is the response that I got, or one of the many replies after we went back and forth, but this is the closest one from what I understand what needs to happen. And basically I'll show you the homepage where these numbers are afterwards. They have changed dramatically in the last week. It basically says that the average input weight, size and confirmation, and if the average input size is 1142 Sapp, so if you want to do the math, then an average input for this needs to wait 22 days in order to get your rewards, while staking enable active internet means that you have to be online at all times. You have to have the wallet open, as I showed you before, for getting the staking rewards. And if your input means that if you have more money there, so which is closer to what we have, 1973, yeah. If your input is 2200 Sapp, then you must wait 11 days for getting a stake for that input. So what exactly are they talking about here? So this is one of the two sites that I'm going to provide you the link to, which gives some feedback on and a bit more information on the Sapphire coins that you can have a look through. So in this particular case here, we're just going to go back to the feedback I got, that the average input size you can see has dramatically changed from about 1142 to now over 7600. The average input weight that they are using is gone from 360, I think it was, and up to 466. And that obviously dramatically changes now also when I believe we can get the money back if this calculation is correct. And at the time here now that I'm doing the video, I cannot give you a 100% explanation on how this works. I need to go back again to the support part to figure out, because this has changed dramatically in this week that we have seen this going on. So obviously it will be nice to get this clarified a bit more. So I will come back with more details on it. But what you will see is you can go to the profit calculation, and this again has also changed dramatically here. So this is the staking. So if you are staking, means you are basically providing the Sapp coins to be part of the to support the blockchain. This annual return has dramatically changed, and also the compounding, because when we went in on the day after we got the money from Yieldnodes, which was on the 5th of July, it was at 80-something%, so a lot higher than what you see now, and in the last 24 hours it seems to have dropped dramatically. So big changes obviously here. On the other side, you can now see that Masternoding is more stable. It was 47% when we started a week ago. Now it's at 45%. So this is percentage for an entire year, and you can see the monthly return is, again, this is an average of 3.72. So, and here's with the 6% fee, the one we are currently running with has a 2% fee. So you can go in and you can find some of the details there, but I can see there's quite a bit fluctuation. Obviously this is fairly new, so and we need a bit more time to go into details and get some feedback from both Sapphire and from Yieldnodes. Hopefully Steve will help clarify a few things here for us too. So in the meantime, we're going to go on to the Masternoding site, and as you can see here, in the last 24 hours, it seems like Masternoding is now the better part than staking. So so let's have a look at that, and obviously you can do both. So to catch up from the video that I showed you in the beginning of it here, so this is the site for the iHost MN, and this is the one we have chosen to do the Masternoding on. There is also the same link through Yieldnodes, and you'll be able to see that Sapphire is here, and the first link, which is up here, is basically for one full Masternode, and it requires quite a bit of coins, as you can see, 200,000. So if you want to run your own, so which is equivalent to around 50,000 euros. So obviously not a possibility for everyone, and what we're more interested in is the Masternode sharing. So if we go into the Masternode sharing, we will see Sapphire here. So, and you also see that in this particular case you'll have a current return on investment which lies just around 45%. So, which is great news for us. So, and when you go into this particular one, you will have an announcement, you will have websites, you will have the Discord support, so different types of Explorer, and obviously you will also be able to see various coins, and I'm sure you'll notice that some have a lot more percentage than Sapphire. So you can see Jackpot 777 here is quite a big return on investment at the moment. Again, you've got to be very careful because these are all new coins, and obviously they are hopefully turning into something a lot more. But some of these projects are obviously quite fragile. But you will see some very high returns on some of them. So last time we were here also we have several thousand%. So as you go along here, yeah. So and I believe we had a few here. So like a Spectrum here. So as you can see, it's more than 4,000%. So again, you can go in through these links here, and they will tell you exactly where to buy them, and then they are so different, so we cannot cover all of these ones. Some of them you have to go and buy through Discord, other ones you have to go through various exchanges. So it will take a lot of research to figure out which ones you want. Obviously some of these, there'll be a great bonus if this turns out. So definitely worth having a look at, but for this particular one, we are just interested in the Sapphire coin for now. So the easiest part is basically you click on this particular one, and then it will tell you that what needs to be done, and it also tells you that currently, so this is the deposit currently I have here. You'll see that at the moment this has gone up, so so that means the 973 is now multiplied a bit up to 1989, so basically earned over 16 Sapp, and this is in about a week. You can see the share of the Masternode that I'm currently sharing with everybody else. You can see the daily earnings is it's gone a bit down than what it was before, but currently it's lying at almost 2.5 Sapp, or about 50 cents a day, and monthly earnings is just over 73 Sapp, or 15 euros. And don't forget that this is on a Masternode for about 500 euro. So we are talking about 3 to 4% at the moment, so which is definitely not bad. And we can go in here and see the different shares deposit. This is the top account here. Tell me this is what I made, this is what has been withdrawn, and currently the share. And obviously you can see some of the other ones you're sharing the Masternode with, the amount they have in and the amounts earned. So obviously, yes, there's a lot of money that has been going into this. So going over to our dashboard here, so it will show you, and this is basically the most important thing, is that compared to, of course, Yieldnodes, where you have locked in your profits for 6 months and everything else, here it's a lot easier to go in. You can basically withdraw, and if you look at the withdrawal amount, so it is basically everything that you can take out straight away, including what you have earned for the last week. So this is obviously, you just put in the amount that you want, and you withdraw, and it's done straight away. So this is an excellent way of getting this sort of for a short-term investment, and obviously it's a lot better than if it was with your bank. Apart from this, there's obviously another benefit into this. So and that will also be that if the Sapp coin goes further up, then obviously your return on investment will not only come back on the 3 to 4%, so but you will have a bigger chance. Let me just take myself off here for a sec. So, and we go back to the Masternode sharing. Click on Sapphire, and then we just go up here to the top right hand side. It says Sapp coin, and in this particular case we can go down here and we can have a look and see the development. So let's just zoom in, and you can see that basically if we look back in October 2020, what the price was in euros, 0.029, and then basically it's gone up quite a bit and currently lies around 0.205. So so obviously as the price continues to rise, there will be an additional benefit obviously to holding the Sapp coins. So as you can see, there's a lot of great benefits obviously coming out of Yieldnodes and a couple of new investment projects. The important part to take with you when you look into these type of investments is obviously, yes, the return on investment is definitely lower than if you keep the money with Yieldnodes, but you got to remember also that Yieldnodes, your money is tied up for the minimum 6 months. So if you want to, let's say, keep your emergency money, which some people normally keep 3 or 6 months in case something goes wrong, They keep it in the bank just for in case bad times come, and obviously they have come here with Corona. But it's a perfect opportunity to maybe go in and use a bit of that money to go in and invest, and instead of getting either zero in return or sometimes even negative, depending on which bank you're with, you can actually put it in Masternoding. So it's not trading, so it is a bit more, let's say, secure in that particular sense. Obviously Sapp is still a fairly new coin, but there is definitely opportunities. And if you decide that all of a sudden you don't want to be part of this anymore, or you for some reason need the money back out, it's a very quick exit you can do. So, and that's of course a great benefit with 3.5% or 4%. We'll see where it goes in the future, but definitely it's worth taking in as part of your investment portfolio to spread out. So we of course will keep a close eye on it. We haven't had much time to do this. All we have is 1 week of investment opportunities so far, but as soon as we have some news, either will come out in our new studio or obviously in the next review when we have that one ready, but that will be further down the line in a month or two again. So so we will try and keep you updated, and most probably also do a separate video on these investments in a bit more detail on how you can exactly benefit from all these items and the results we found. So until now, see you on the next video. Bye bye.